Graduation, a time to celebrate. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this very special and important night for the class of 2018, their family members and special guests. I am Sandy Krebs, principal of Monroe High School, and it is my honor to lead the graduation ceremony this evening. Seniors, you're looking good. Looking good. Yeah. Question, what memories does this gym hold for you? For me, I think of physical education classes, games, court assemblies, pep rallies, and Trojan Pride Day. Tonight, we will create a new memory with family and friends. Graduation 2018. When preparing for this evening, the energy and excitement began to build as we all wanted to create for you and your guests the best graduation possible. Let us begin to create a new memory. So we all enjoy the fullness of this evening, I'd like to ask each person here to please silence their cell phones. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Julie Everly, Superintendent of Monroe Public Schools.
Good evening, class of 2018, families and special guests. Please join me in standing for the next portion of our graduation ceremony. First, we will honor our country and the City of Monroe Veterans of Foreign Wars post 1138 as they present the colors of our United States of America. Now, under the direction of Mr. James Nichterlein, our Monroe High School band will lead us as they play our national anthem. Thank you, Mr. Nichterlein and band members. Ladies and gentlemen, as we remain standing, at this time, we will pay tribute to a group of special men and women, our soldiers who are away from home, serving our country, who have served in the past, who have been injured in the line of duty, or who have fallen in the line of duty. Please join us in a moment of silence to honor the many sacrifices that have been made by these individuals and their families. Thank you. And thank you once again to the City of Monroe Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 1138. You are now dismissed. We cannot express enough honor and appreciation to the Color Guard for representing the armed forces. Let us never take for granted what they represent. It is because of their service to our country that we are here, and that we are the land of the free and the home of the brave. Again, thank you, and you may be seated.
We have many special guests here this evening. When I announce your name, would you please stand? Representing our Board of Education, Mr. Lawrence Van Washnova, President. Mrs. Florine Mentel, Vice President. Mrs. Cynthia Taylor, Secretary. Mrs. Cheryl Sweeney, Parliamentarian. Mr. Matthew Bunkelman, Trustee. Mr. Robert Nichols, Trustee. Mrs. Rosalie Pasco, Trustee. From Central Office, in addition to Superintendent Everly, we have Director of Student Services, Mrs. Terry Joseph. Director of Human Resources, Mrs. Cindy Flynn. Director of Business and Finance, Mrs. Kathy Amy. Director of District Technology, Mr. David Payne. And Director of Operations, Mr. Jerry Foley. In addition, we have community and school leaders present. On behalf of Monroe Public Schools, I'd like to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to these participants this evening. When I say your name, would you please stand to be recognized? Mrs. Kim Diven. Mrs. Kim Diven is a lifelong educator, and she will be reading the graduates' names during the presentation of diplomas. Mr. Al Barron. Mr. Barron is a supervisor for Monroe Charter Township. Mr. Barry Kinsey. Mr. Kinsey serves on the AIM Board. Mr. Tim Lake. Mr. Lake serves on the AIM Board of Directors. Mrs. Margie Lake. Mrs. Lake is a retired Monroe High School educator and is a member of the AIM Board of Directors. Mrs. Paula Whitman. Ms. Whitman is a member of the Monroe City Council, Executive Director of Paula's House, and founder of Women Empowering Women Incorporated. With the class of 2018 class advisors, please stand. Mrs. Dawn Brody, Ms. Laura Jacquin, Ms. Gwendolyn Myers, and Ms. Elka Pandia. Thank you. Would all of the Monroe Public School employees here this evening please stand? Please remain standing. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to say thank you for the part you had in helping make tonight's commencement possible. Students, would you join in again for a thank you? Thank you. The operations crew, please take a moment to look around for the setup tonight. The operation crew, as always, did a spectacular job in preparing Monroe High School for this evening. Our tech department, they are responsible for the live feed that make it possible for our remote locations. Junior, sophomore, and freshman class officers, would you please stand? They assisted all day long from setting up for graduation, and then they'll be here this evening to keep us moving. Senior class officers, please stand. Please remain standing. President, Mr. Jonathan McNamee. Vice President, Ms. Hannah Blosser. Secretary, Ms. Lily Farron. And Treasurer, Jocelyn Clark. They have served you well. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to ask Superintendent Everly to return to the podium to recognize our foreign exchange student. Would Roswan Akal please make her way to Mrs. Diven, who is at the right of the stage.
I am so pleased tonight to be able to offer this special appreciation and recognition to a student who has traveled here from another nation to attend Monroe High School this year. Roswin, we are so excited to present you with this gift. It's an American flag. The American flag serves as a symbol of this nation's beliefs in freedom, liberty, unity, and world friendship. On behalf of everyone in Monroe Public Schools, thank you for your contributions to a better world through your stay here in Monroe, Michigan. Please accept this flag of the United States, which is a gift from all of us.
Thank you, Superintendent Everly. Now I'd like us to give a warm welcome to the senior choir under the direction of Miss Kate Windelborn. The choir will perform the Monroe High School alma mater. With the class of 2018, please stand.
All
Thank you, seniors and Ms. Windleborn. You are a very special part of this commencement program. Seniors, if you remain standing just one more second. Senior, it takes a family support for you to achieve what you have in high school. Please turn to where your family and guests are and show your appreciation and heartfelt thank you. You may be seated. Someone was blowing kisses up there. Guests, the Monroe High School class of 2018 standing before you have completed the academic and college and career requirements set by the Michigan Department of Education and Monroe Public Schools. Let us give a round of applause to recognize each member before you. In the program, you will see 4 distinctions. The first is our military distinction. We have 12 students from the class of 2018 who have listed in the armed forces and 1 student who has committed to a military academy. Would these students please stand and remain standing? Please remain standing. Would the family members and other guests who are here this evening to support these students please stand? Thank you for sharing in this commitment to our country. You may be seated. Cum laude students, would you please stand? These students received the distinction by earning a 3.5 through a 3.7 GPA. Let us have another round of applause to recognize them. You may be seated. Magna cum laude, would you please stand? These students received this distinction by earning a 3.7 through a 3.9. Another round of applause for them. You may be seated. Summa cum laudes, would you please stand? These students received this distinction by earning a 3.9 or higher GPA. Let us have another round of applause. You may be seated. Senior scholars, would you please stand? This is our highest academic distinction. These students qualified with a score that combined their GPA and their SAT scores. Let us have another round of applause for them. You may be seated. Would the senior scholars and the summa cum laude students please come forward? These students have put together a collection of lessons that they learned in high school. The senior leadership team chairpersons, Lydia Malik, Cole Chappell, and Corinne Cadle, who are also senior scholars and summa cum laude students, will introduce and conclude this portion of the program.
Hi everyone, my name is Corinne Cadle. We would all like to thank you again for coming to celebrate this monumental occasion with us. This year's group of senior scholars and summas have decided to share one lesson that we learned while in high school, but not in class, and I promise we did learn a thing or two. I learned that humor is by far our greatest defense against all the bad things in life, so never lose yours, no matter how slow the person in front of you may be driving.
Hi, I'm Hannah Blosser. The thing I learned at Monroe High is that it is essential to know your worth and ask for it.
I'm Nicole Sealer, and high school taught me that friends may come and go, but your family will always be there.
I'm Allison Myers, and high school taught me to surround myself with people who make me laugh because they make this journey better.
My name is Aaliyah Rudden, and I learned that it's not worth it to try to impress everyone.
I'm Abby Begley, and high school taught me that if you don't know it at 2:30, you're not going to know it at 7:23.
Hi everyone, I'm Luisa Rocha-Lazama, and I've learned that you don't actually need 8 hours of sleep. 4 hours will, more or less, get you through the school day just as well.
I'm Nicole Norwood, and I learned that you just need to have fun and do what would make your 80-year-old self happy to look back on.
Hi, I'm Jordan Jewell, and I learned that a laugh shared with friends is absolutely priceless.
Hi, I'm Natalie Trout, and I learned that even though life gets tough, everything will work out in the end.
Hi, I'm Lauren Steve, and I learned that I learned that to do what's right for me, even if it's not what the majority of others are doing.
I'm Carly Pavin, and I learned that you take every opportunity you're given, especially if it's a nap.
I'm Lauren McCain, and I learned that you will stick to your habits and you will procrastinate on figuring out what to say at graduation until graduation.
I'm Layla Terrell, and I learned that as long as you're honest and you work hard, you will some way, somehow succeed.
I'm Allison Rathbun, and I learned to stop worrying about what others are going to think and just do what makes you happy.
I'm Armani Adams, and what I've learned is that the previous seniors weren't lying. Senioritis is real.
I'm Amari Aaron, and I've learned that I tend to work best under pressure.
I'm Precious Bresciaga, and I've learned that not everything happens the way you want it to, but everything happens for a reason.
I'm Byron Langerman, and I learned that not everyone will be your friend, but if you respect them, they will respect you.
Hi, I'm Lexi Leone. I learned that my parents are actually always right.
I'm Spencer Knapp. I learned that I live 5 minutes from the high school, but can make it here in 2.
I'm Kristen Bolster, and I learned that it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I'm Alyssa Klaus, and I learned that your happiness is worth any risk you can take and to live in the present. So, here we are, 6-1-1-8, we made it.
I'm Michael Polson, and I learned to smile, to fake it till you make it.
I am Roman Cinnamon Smith, and I learned that first impressions have a huge impact.
I'm Cameron Beazle, and I learned that you need to make time for yourself because life is not just studying and working. You need to find what makes you happy.
My name's Garrett Volker, and I learned that if an assignment isn't going to be graded, was it ever really assigned?
I'm Nick Berger, and I learned that you want to make friends with people that share the same goals as you.
I'm Ashton Bowman, and I learned if the teacher says you should spend 2 hours on it, you can usually get it done in 30 minutes.
I'm Hunter Stepp, and I learned the importance of surrounding yourself with good people and building strong friendships.
I'm Jake Moss, and I learned that the worst decision to make is no decision at all.
I'm Cole Chappell, and I learned that even if you're down 3-1, you can still make a comeback. Cavs in 7.
I'm Alexis Cowell, and high school taught me that it's okay to have different goals from someone else.
I'm Chloe West, and I learned that if you're going to be late to school, you might as well pick up food on the way.
I'm Michaela Myers, and high school taught me that if it's not due tomorrow, then I'm not doing it today.
I'm Brooke Sugarman, and I learned how to turn a 45-minute morning routine into just 5 minutes.
I'm Lydia Malik, and the MHS parking lot after school taught me how to be a defensive driver. And this actually concludes this portion of the program for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, senior scholars and summa cum laude students, for sharing lessons learned. As they make their way back to their seats, let us give them another round of applause. That was wonderful. Many of our seniors first met their assistant principal when they were in 4th grade at Arborwood, Mrs. Delcy Sissoko. She stayed with them for grades 4, 5, and 6 and rejoined them when she became an assistant principal here 3 years ago. From their sophomore year to this day, she has been an AP, mentor, and constant in their lives. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Mrs. Delcy Sissoko, who will address the class of 2018.
Thank you, Mrs. Krebs. The class of 2018 is a very special class. As I scrolled my social media account the past few days, I have seen many pictures of you, proud parents and family members, posting pictures from your first day of kindergarten, side by side, your last day of high school. Some of you I had the privilege of teaching when you were in 1st grade at Lincoln Elementary, and then again at Arborwood. Please know I cherish those memories. The class of 2018 has a lot to be proud of. I have witnessed you turn many I cans into I did. You have displayed a strong, resilient drive. You are creative, bold, and one of a kind. Tonight you have achieved a milestone. You have completed your required education. I am certain that being a mediocre student does not mean you will have a mediocre life. The same is true for being an exceptional student. There is no guarantee you will have an exceptional life. Friends, what you choose to do now is up to you. You are the navigator of your own destiny. As you spread out across the state, nation, and world, remember, the world owes you nothing, but has everything to offer. There are approximately 3.6 million seniors graduating across the United States. But it is only the 398 of you I want sitting in these seats before me. We are proud of you and all you have accomplished. I am excited to hear stories of what is yet to come. Nelson Mandela once said, "A winner is a dreamer who never gives up." Trojans, do not give up. Tonight, as you flip your tassel and say one last class goodbye, remember, for each of you, it is only the beginning. Trojans, do not give up. We wish you nothing but the best as you begin this journey. Once a Trojan, always a Trojan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sissoko. Would you give her another round of applause? A lot of work over the years and love. Please help me welcome to the stage your 2018 senior class president, Mr. Jonathan McNamee. Jonathan will be giving your class farewell. A few facts about Jonathan. He has been your class president for 4 years. The legacy that your class leaves Monroe High is one of kindness, service, and respect for all. Jonathan excels in each of these areas. I believe his example has helped influence all that know him. Time and time again, I have watched him show kindness and respect to all students, and he is always one of the first to say, "How can I help?" I imagine that many of you have a memory that Jonathan helped create, from prom to car washes. Jonathan leaves all of us with a legacy of kindness, respect, and service to others. Let us show Jonathan our appreciation for all that he has contributed to your high school experience.
Thank you, Mrs. Krebs. I would first like to say how honored I am to stand before all of you tonight. And did we put the speech in the binder? We forgot to put the speech in the binder. No, I'm just kidding. I remember to bring it with me this time. Tonight, I'm going to start off by sharing an educational experience from when I was younger. When I was in the 5th grade, my class went to an outdoor education camp. They taught us all kinds of interesting things about wildlife, ecology, the environment, and ourselves. At one point, the instructor took us out into the forest on a nature hike and showed us different trees, insects, plant life, birds, and so on. When we got about 2 to 3 miles into the forest, he then instructed us to find our way home. I can remember how lost I felt, how frightening it was. There was no way I was capable of seeing this to a successful conclusion. There was no way I could do it. I was lost. We were all lost. Then our teacher, the wilderness guy, took out a map and compass and taught us how to use it. We began our journey home, all the while gaining more confidence along the way. Our fear of being lost was replaced by the excitement of being in command of the journey. We then started to venture off the most direct path and explored other areas of interest. We plotted a course to a nearby lake. With the simple tools of a compass and a map and the instruction from a teacher, we were not lost, but rather empowered to venture out where we had never thought we would. Confident, without fear, a few of us even managed to chart a course with incredible accuracy, I may say, to a Dairy Queen. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." I am here to tell the class of 2018 that you have been given the tools by our teachers to follow any path we choose to follow. Thank you. Now, we have had incredible teachers since before kindergarten, and many of them are here today. But teachers that have provided the tools, provided us the map and compass, have taken many forms. They can be your friend, coaches, leaders of church, a mentor, an employer. But I'm here to tell you that the people who care for you the most, who have been by your side your entire life, and the fact that you are here today means they were successful. Those people are the ones that taught you how to tie your shoes, brush your teeth, clean your room, take a shower at least once a month. The ones that made sure you did your homework, got up on time, and didn't stay out too late. The people that taught you right from wrong. Those people are your parents, your grandparents, other family members and friends who are seated around you right now. Let's stand and give them the recognition that they deserve. You can do better than that. Come on. Now, let me get back to these professional teachers who are behind you. We have many great teachers here. They are at school at 6:30 in the morning, stay after to do whatever needs to be done. They meet with students and tutor. They volunteer their weekends to do everything from building floats to participating in car wash fundraisers. They are totally committed to our success. If you know me, then you know I like basketball. And right now, the NBA Finals are currently ongoing. In the NBA, there are a number of players that make over $80 million a year for an 82-game schedule. And what that boils down to is that a professional basketball player can make more in just one game than our teachers can make in 17 years. There does seem to be some disproportion to society's relative value of professions. But I believe our teachers answer to a higher calling. Having said that, I see Mr. Roush in the back. Mr. Roush, if you were 7 feet tall and had a vertical leap of 60 inches and could drain a three from anywhere, would you jump ship and play in the NBA for $80 million? I don't think so. Mr. Roush, what are you doing? Oh, not the headband. Oh no, Mr. Roush! Oh no! Oh, someone got this man a basketball! Oh, where'd the basketball come from? Thank you, Mr. Roush. Looks like we lost another one to the NBA. Now, for the next few minutes, I am going to be the teacher. So class of 2018 and everybody in the stands, after I say, you might be, I would like all of you to respond with a Monroe teacher. Okay, so let's practice. You might be. Okay, now let's put a little bit of effort into this one. You might be. Getting ready for this event, I reflected on some of the unique characteristics of our wonderful teachers. And here are 10 such examples. If you are an educator and you dress up like the Easter Bunny before Easter vacation, you might be. If you are an educator and you use a Burger King crown as an incentivizer, you might be. If you are an educator and you have been sprayed by a skunk and still came to school in the same day, you might be. If you are an educator and you went to the health department to get a hepatitis A shot just so you could continue to drink the Tim Hortons coffee, you might be. If you are an educator who fights off his disorientation by repeating the date at the start of every class, you might be. If you are a physics educator teaching projectile principles and one of your students launches a gas-powered missile, nearly hitting Deputy Hammond's patrol car with him in it, you might be. If you are a chemistry teacher and you continue to show your high school basketball highlight tapes, you might be. And finally, if you are an educator and you have a great passion to see your students succeed and inspire them to be the best they can be, then you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that the class of 2018, you have been given your map and your compass, and it is time for you to create your own path. Thank you.
I want to tell you I knew all the answers to who the teachers were because Jonathan was my teacher. He taught me those answers. Again, could we just say thank you again to Jonathan? Class advisors, would you please make your way to the right of the stage? The moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas for the Monroe High School class of 2018. Mrs. Kim Diven will be reading the names of the graduates before they walk across the stage to receive their diploma. The class advisors and Miss Stephanie Cherry will be assisting her. The Board of Education and Central Office will help present the diplomas. Please hold your prolonged applause until the graduates have received their diplomas so names can be heard. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the audience will be asked to stand and recognize the entire class. Assisting with the presentation again will be the members of our Board of Education. Thank you for your cooperation.
It is my pleasure to introduce you to the class of 2018. Jacob Mitchell Maas. Hunter James Stepp. Ashton Gail Bowman. Nicholas Ray Berger. Garrett William Volker. Cameron Philip Piesel. Roman Taylor Cinnavon Smith. Byron James Langerman. Spencer Craig Knapp. Cole Thomas Chappell. Jonathan Gerald McNamee. Michael David Cruz Polson. Amari Rose Aaron. Armani Zaire Adams. Zakara Precious Zukai Daphne Bursiaga. Alexandria Taylor Leone. Kristen Renee Bolster. Luisa Ramona Aroca Lazama. Abby Michelle Begley. Aaliyah Jade Redden. Allison Renee Myers. Nicole Elizabeth Seeler. Hannah Marie Blosser. Corinne Michelle Cadle. Bryce Charles Beck. Tristan Michael Daniels. Jared Winston Kimball. Thomas Henry Eberline III. William Charles Clark. James Lincoln Civils. Nathaniel Michael Rajewski. Garrett Christopher Doderline. Shane Hunter Capser. Brandon James Van Bell. Luke Conaway Carroll. Chase Edward Collingsworth. Nicholas Schlegich Schlatt. Layla Elizabeth Terral. Allison Rose Rathbun. Alyssa May Klaus. Jordan Marie Jewell. Natalie Ann Trout. Lauren Michelle Steve. Carly Marie Pabin. Lauren Elizabeth McCain. Chloe Lynn West. Michaela Mackenzie Myers. Brooke Allison Sugarman. Lydia Rose Malik. Alexis Marie Powell. Thomas Drew Schink. Ronald Dean Yount III. Christopher Stephen Winkleman. Ethan Russell Hoffner. Logan Michael Gonzalez. Julian Luke Summers. Tyler Joseph Wright. Harlan Thomas Beverly. Lane Robert Cook. Kirk, let's try that one more time, Lane. Lane Robert Kirk. Alexander Robert Miller. Logan James Harville. Tyler Jacob Goda. Sadeva Rianne Wells. Ophelia Laverne Williams. Alexis Nicole Kunzelman. Angelina Kimaya Jernigan. Taylor Marie Pittock. Josephine Marie Nichols. Hannah Corinne Luna. Jenna Marie Slater. Tyann Noel Metcalf. Taylor Michelle Cochran. Nicole Irene Norwood. Roswin Akyal. Benjamin Miller Sullivan. Dylan James Bizu. Dylan James Gibson. Gustavo Anaya Miranda. Jack Harvey Bailey. Zachary Scott Pippins. Nicholas Alexander Owens. Nicholas Joseph Howerton. Andrew James Riddle. Spencer Alexander Wolverton. Drew Charles Harmon. Derek Scott Reidner. Dalton Trey Dennis. Rose Marie Brown. Bria Faye Lapp. Megan Elizabeth Schneider. Megan Ann Dahl. Taylor Renee Miller. Nicole Joanne Roof. Haley Patricia Konecki. Taya Ann Irene Monday. Brittany Renee Punches. Keegan Aubrey Pilgrim. Savannah Elizabeth Harrison. Maisie Holly Hoppy. Madison May McCullum. Lonnie Carl Roland Bray. Cody Jacob Cooley. Justin McGuire Haynes. Dominic Anthony Cusimano. Cody James Leach. Thomas Michael Liedel. Jacob Joshua Smith. Logan Ryan Mitchell. Dylan Michael Bomia. Aaron Geyer Cochran. Nathan Allen Williams. Timothy Allen Gardner, Jr. Kaylee Michaela Coots. Brittany Ann Workman. Kaylee Diane Burr. Victoria Rose Park. Aislinn Deandra Milhan. Justice Nicole Mahoney. Elise Diane Kerr. Caitlin Renee Erie. Summer Destiny Abigail Schmidt. Carly Marie Scherer. Kiara Lonnie Lucille Daner. Selena Alexis Melendez. Annette Marie Greer. Aaron Lamont Carter. Jonathan David Childs. Aaron John Faringer. Jonathan Michael Cantrell. TC Omega Christian IV. Brandon Frederick Gully. Caden Lee Bates. Cole Thomas Bourbony. Tyler Michael Lemerand. Dustin Allen Pinson. Nicholas Leonard Bradburn. William Clay Cordell. Ashley Lillian Grego. Hope Christina Brophy. Daisy Lamas. Jessica Vaughn Skeens. Molly Ray Boyer. Dermaya Ladeja Wilson. Alexis Marie Snyder. Savannah Marie Hayden. Megan Dawn Courier. Jessica Brooke Gibson. Alexis Stella Lynn Miller. Gina Marie Alley. lined up, but I think they've been told to wait till everybody's seated. There's nothing they can do about it. It's just hot. I want to get them out of here, you know? Here we go, ladies. Joshua Christopher Parson. Ashton Joshua Roberts. Matthew Michael Hedges. Joshua David Leroy. Alexander Michael Eichelangeli. Evan James Sauer. Chad Logan Bajaro. Nicholas Lee Shinovar. Andrew James Stump. Brandon Lee Metzger. Michael James Metzger. Nick Ernesto Margray. Jacob David Wayne Anders. Julisa Jimenez. Andy Lynn Martin. Jaslyn Marie Clark. Claire Eve Wasilewski. Kelsey Elizabeth Marsh. Autumn Mist Root. Erin Elizabeth Vines. Bianca Lucia Simunik Grobe. Daniela Jimenez. Maria Guadalupe Gallegos Jimenez. Juanita M. McMullen Wells. Kelly Ann McLaughlin. Nicholas Christopher Kinsey. Cameron Michael Knapp. Dominic Vincent Duncan. Braxton Tyler Campbell. Devin Michael Hoydick. Luke Theodore Geftos. Dakota Fox Bascom. Aiden Keith Prophet. Jonathan William Stewart. Brandon Jones. Joshua David Netto. Stephen Marcus Kovakovich. Olivia Maria Campora. Shania Brianne Wright. Grayson Elizabeth Wenner. Sydney Amaya Herrera. Taylor Renee Bathgate. Madison Lynn Turner. Remington Ann Roberts. Ashlyn Cade Gainier. Shanna Nicole Tokars. Alexis Shannon Pickrell. Hannah Elizabeth Connor. Bailey Marie Williams. Cassie Elizabeth Yeary. Dalton James Alcala. Bryce Colin Loop. Andrew Luke Zinner. Juan Ricardo Marquez Heredia. Luis Angel Gallegos. Will Antonio Hernandez. Michael Jamal Wilkes. Ricardo Morales Morales. Miguel Thomas Lucio. Blake Hunter Rivard. Aiden James Blevins. Samuel Oscar Hackbarth. Riley Nicole Ochins. Lillian Nicole Farrand. Lindsay Jane Grant. Elizabeth Grace Wood. Mackenzie June Teresa Drew. Isabella Rose Johnson. Jordan Christine Bannock. Carly Elizabeth Anzalone. Maria de Jesus Gabriel Ramirez. Natalie Flores. Sarah Allison Gray. Lexia Nicole Laster Jones. Ivana Bozaya Gonson. Taipei Latrone Davis. Evan Matthew Stewart. Dustin James Gruber. Christopher R.J. Braden. Eric Anthony Johnson. Joshua Lee Carroll. LaXavier Marquis Anson. Logan Eugene Schlorf. Jacob Tyler Warner. James Justice Wilsinski. Nathaniel Wayne Lowe. Ethan John Costello. Caitlin Rose Ellison. Rachel Lynn Urban. Lauren Elaine Moore. Sarah Elizabeth Daniels. Hannah Irene Daniels. Jocelyn Ann Wise. Danielle Catherine Barnett. Kelsey Ann DiCarlo. Jacqueline Leanne Clark. Emma Christine Favreau. Kyla Lynn Stumpmeyer. Sienna Aaliyah Castillo. Reed Douglas Corin. Lucas Alexander Blonyage. Matthew Lawrence Perrin. Clay Alexander Shiat. Brendan Elliott Dumoulin. Aaron Drake Mays. Garland Brian Wright, Jr. Zachary Ryan Mays. Adam Casper Marchese. Alex Wayne Boyd. Zachary Ryan Thompson. Dade Michael Paulicki. Jamie Leanne Tice. Haley Lynn LaChapelle. Ariana Malie Mulvey. Taylor Ann Krupinski. Sarah Claire Tartarian. Tatum Renee Dusso Johnson. Catherine Francesca Noble. Sweet, that's one. Kalani Bell Sweet. Casey Marie Bateman. Megan Elizabeth Darnell. Amanda Grace Lucio. Kaya Shay Hayes. Hunter Michael Simadon. Brock Gehrig French. Trent Anthony Clark. Ryan Keith McCart. Frank Joseph Perna. Matthew Joseph Wishman. Jeffrey Thomas Howard. Austin Andrew Graham Nelson. Corbin Gage Solomon. Riley Alexander Van Gordon. Joshua Jeffrey Webb. Max Golden Harrington. Daviana Elise Parker. Raven Desiree Hoskins. Ruby Esmeralda Morales Lopez. Raquel Dupree Anna Marie Oliver. Ariana Julia Madison Hall. Arnisha Nidra Miller.
It's Inaria.
Miracle Inaria Powell. Casada Anitra McDonald. DeKayla Demise Adams. Taylor Elise Cannon. Destiny Lynette Goins. Morgan Rachel Midlowski. Cheyenne Nicole Bolton. Jess Marie Van de Velde. Mitchell Joseph Lehue. Drew William Petrie. Halen Lop Cinnavon Smith. Kyle Jonathan Peasel. Jacob Tyler Skoronsky. Ashton Elliott Allen. Brendan Robert Poach. Austin Thomas Johnson. What's going on down there? We're taking a breather here to clear the line, folks, so hang on just a minute. Okay, this is Michael David Duval II. Christopher Jonathan Rothman. John Warren Morse. Zachary David Hall. Mandy Marie Stone. Sierra Chantel Davis. Rachel Marie Thibault. Caitlin Marie Perleski. Alyssa Marie Hensley. Crystal Lynn Kaplan. Heaven Haley Skaggs. Jade Madison McLaughlin. Madison Suzanne Fryer. Kayla Ann Graybill. Kaylin Day Borboom. Gabriel Thomas Ziem. Devin Bradley Arcabascio. Justice Alexander Gonzalez. Justin Nicholas Zukowski. Sean Michael Henson Sancher. Kenneth David Dobbs. Hunter Christian Sharp. Dennis Curti. Joseph Baxter Cornell. Bo Spielman French. Mahmoud Baker. Little name. Natalie Alejandra Alvarado. Alexa Renee Bitts. Allison Lynn Forrester. Andrea Elizabeth Forrester. Taylor Paige Ellison. Caitlin Joyce Sharp. Amaya May Smith. Kaylee Marie Dykes. Nicolette Ariane Woods. Alexa Ann Naswordy. Alexa Ann Naswordy. Mercedes Alexandria, right? Mercedes Alexandria Blake. Edgar David Ramos. Austin John Sajak. Rahoviak, right, Jared? Rahoviak? Jared Rahoviak. Colton Douglas Baltrip. Jordan Doster. Caden Lee Brooks. Christopher Raymond Bitts. Charles Grant Petrangelo. Jacob Anthony Carter. Avery Elijah Williams. Johnny Cool Hughes. Donovan Cornelius Isaac. Felicity Nicole Myers. Hallie Jade Sammons. Haley Rochelle Rice. Kaylee Mae Allen. Peyton Jane Zorn. Jasmine Rose Hall. Sydney Isabel Stanley. Kaya Monet Adams. Amanda Marie Williams. Raven Alexandra Patterson. Kayla Marie Sutherland. Rosemary Lynn Guzman. Jessica May Stamper. Amber Venitra Detrenda B. Miller. Zoe Deja Turner. Joanna Chavez Ramirez. Jessica Jean Som. Yahara Juliet Zanzen. Lauren Renee Brooks. Brooke Lynn Mazarant. Kaylee Michelle Gillian. Ashlyn Francis Florian Gray. Camry Kalia Kylian Wilson. Helena Lillian Pipus. Erica Renee Burns Riggin. Jakara Marie Bruce. Mariah Marie Carroll. Susan Catherine Bayer. Carrington Elizabeth Marie Duval. Mabel Elizabeth White.
Superintendent Everly, it is my privilege to present to you the Monroe High School graduating class of 2018.
Class of 2018. Having completed all of the requirements and all of the criteria necessary to earn your high school diploma, it is with great honor and great excitement and a lot of Trojan pride that I officially deem you high school graduates. And bestow upon you all of the rights and all of the privileges that accompany that designation.
Our graduates have received their diplomas, have been certified as graduates, and now we have one last class tradition to do with Lydia Malik, our Student Council President. Please join us on stage. Before turning your tassels as a class, I'd like to thank everyone in attendance tonight for sharing with us in this memorable and joyous celebration. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we ask our families and guests to stay seated till the seniors have recessed out of the gym. Lydia will be performing her last leadership act as Student Council President. Lydia has also set a bar of kindness, respect, and service to others as she led and served her fellow students. Let us thank Lydia for her service to you and the legacy that she leaves.
This past school year, we've been faced with many lasts. Last home football game, last high school dance. For athletes, last game, meet, or match. For musicians, last concert or show. For our actors and actresses, final performance and curtain call. And of course, for everyone, our last day of high school. But we're about to be faced with many firsts as we start this new chapter. Whether it be first day on the job, first day of training or boot camp, or first day of college classes, we all have tons of new experiences ahead of us. No matter where we end up, Monroe High will always be the common thread that runs through us. It will be a big adjustment, I'm sure, to no longer be a high school student. High school is where we had the most growth and character and where we made memories that we'll never forget. High school is where we met so many new people and made friends that will last a lifetime. High school is where we became independent and learned things about ourselves that we didn't know before. But of all this learning that we've done over the past 4 years, it will continue as we progress into this next chapter. It will be weird after summer not to come back to Monroe High, the place where we have the comfort of seeing the same faces every day. But there's also some comfort in knowing that there are new, unique experiences that lay ahead for each and every one of us. Wherever your path leads, I wish you all the best. Good luck, class of 2018. Will the class of 2018 please stand? As your last official student duty before entering into alumni status, graduates, please turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lydia. Seniors, you may be seated. We're almost there. Congratulations. Graduates, you will be dismissed by the ushers in just moments. Guests, again, please wait until the graduates have left the gym and begin leaving the bleachers at that time. Ushers, would you come forward? I would like to thank each of you for joining us this evening. Again, thank you. And graduates, congratulations. Good night.